go. That's the one I got to know.
Exclusive. Mixtape Monopoly shit.
Now they don't, now they do it, now they don't do that.
Hey everybody, it's me, Tristan Page. I have not done a word of the day in a while. A few of you guys have called me out about it, but I've got one today, so I hope you're tuned in. I also have some exciting news that my website, turningpages.com, has been completely redesigned. It has a brand new feel to it, a brand new look. It has some cool audio where you can learn a little bit more about myself, and some new pictures, the whole nine. So I'm really excited about it. And most importantly, we have some brand new feature stories. And when I tell you they are life-changing, I mean, they really are. They definitely bless me reading them, so I know they're gonna bless you as well. So definitely check out the website. Our feature story is gonna be by Allison Mata, who is a phenomenal writer. Her story is called The Power of Prayer. So definitely check it out. It'll be found under Life's Diary. And again, that website is www.turningpages, page with an I.com. So definitely check it out. My word of the day today is called Back to the Playground. And Back to the Playground was inspired because I took my daughter to the playground yesterday. And she's 4, so that's not a rare occasion, but her face lights up just the same with excitement every time we mention that we're going to the park. So we went to the park yesterday, and I sat in the swing while I watched her run around with many other children, and when I tell you, I mean, they ran around like it was just the best thing ever in life. And I was sitting in the swing, and I was all smiles, on the outside anyway, and on the inside I was kind of dealing with a little bit of a tough day. So while I watched them, all I could think about was Matthew 18:3 in the Bible, where God basically tells us that unless we're more like little children, we will never enter the kingdom of heaven. So I'm thinking, and I'm looking at these kids, and I'm like, God, you know, what is it that you want me to do? What is it that these kids have that us as adults don't have? Because oftentimes, you know, we think about it and we think like, oh, we're adults. We're the ones that have everything, at least everything that these kids want, because they depend on us for absolutely everything. They aspire to be just like us. They have a desire to please us. I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, we're the ones who set the rules, and they're to follow our instructions and be obedient to the rules that we've set. Sometimes they're disobedient, but when they mess up, you know, they come to us and say, you know, Mommy, I'm sorry, I messed up, you know, oops, I wasted that red cranberry juice on your carpet, sorry, can you fix it? And we as parents, we do. We forgive them, we fix it, we love them. And also, you know, on the playground, oftentimes our kids, you know, they get hurt. Our kids are mean to them, and they run over to us crying, to tell us what's wrong, because they trust that we're gonna, you know, we're gonna hold them tight in their moment of hurt. We're gonna wipe their tears, and we're gonna make it all better before we send them back out into the world. And in that moment, I realized and I understood exactly what God was telling us in Matthew 18:3. God was telling us that He wants us to be more like children. He wants us to depend on Him for everything. I mean, He's our Father, and we're His children, even as adults. We're supposed to depend on Him for everything. He wants us to aspire to be just like Him. He wants us to be obedient and follow His rules and instructions that He so clearly has laid out for us. And that doesn't mean being perfect, because God expects us to be more like children, which means He expects us to mess up. He expects us to at times be disobedient, but He expects us to be that smart kid that comes running back to Him and says, Daddy, I messed up. I'm sorry. You know, can you fix it? Will you forgive me? And He will, unless we're like that other kid that thinks we're so sneaky, you know, and we can pull one over on our parents, which we never do. We think we do. You know, and try to blame our mess ups on other kids and say, no, that was them, that wasn't me. Or, you know, lie and say, nope, that wasn't me. That red cranberry juice just fell on the carpet all by itself. Wasn't me. And, you know, our parents tell us after that, you know, well, go get the belt since you don't know, since you don't know what happened to it, you know, I'm gonna whoop you until the truth comes out. And same way with God, you know, if we're not honest with ourselves and we're not honest with him when we mess up, he's just gonna keep disciplining us until the truth comes out, because he knows the truth. We're not pulling anyone over his eyes. So he wants us to be more like children. Most of all though, he wants us to trust him enough when those worldly things hurt us, people hurt us, things hurt us, they break our hearts, they hurt our spirits. He wants us to trust him enough to come running back to him crying, and trust him to tell him what's wrong. Trust that he's gonna hold us in our moments of hurt, that he's going to wipe our tears when we cry, and that he's gonna make us all better before he sends us back out into the world. But we have to trust him and listen to him and be obedient and depend on him. Gotta be more like kids. I mean, what would it be like to have that fearless spirit that we had as kids when, you know, we would run out onto the playground, climb to the highest treetop and jump because we weren't scared at all. Yeah, we knew we might fall, but we knew we could get back up again. And we knew that we much rather go running outside, taking chances, taking risks to have fun, instead of sitting in the house in a chair because it was safe. We much rather take those chances. What would it be like again to love fearlessly? I mean, the best love I ever had was when I was in middle school. I didn't even know what it was, but I gave it everything I had and then some. What would it be like to do all those things again so fearlessly? To start that business you've always wanted to start because you realized the risk to maybe fall was worth it, instead of just sitting at a desk every day because it was safe. You know, what would it be like to give love everything you had because you knew it was worth it? Why not? Why be scared? That's what God means when he says be more like children. So I hope this word helps somebody. Definitely let it marinate a little bit, replay it if you need to, but definitely get back to the playground. Be more like kids so we can get to those gates of heaven. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye. Oh, and visit turningpages.com. It'll change your life. Bye.
There she go.